of gratitude is wanting what you have. And when you take things for granted, you no longer want what you have. You don't appreciate what you have. And it's like, if you look at it, you have your beauty, your health, your vitality, your body. Do you appreciate it? Do you acknowledge it? Do you want it? Or do you want somebody else's health and body and beauty? So how are you treating yourself? Do you get up in the morning and go, oh my God, I am glad to be me. Thank you for making it through the night, because there's millions of people who didn't make it through the night all around the planet, and you did. What are you going to do with this day?
Paul, this is a matter of shifting perspective, really. What has helped you get through the mental health challenges?
Boy, lots. Understanding nonviolent communication has helped me a lot. Having a daily practice, like almost every day, I'll do something physical, being out in nature, riding my mountain bike, at least going for a walk, doing something that connects me with nature, with myself. And then another thing that's been really good for me is giving back. See, the difference to me between rich and poor. Poor is when somebody doesn't have enough to share. Rich is when somebody does have enough to share. And there are a lot of people that have a lot of money that behave very poorly. And there are some people who have very little money, but behave rich. They share. And so if I'm feeling bad, one of the ways that can help me is by giving something back, going and helping somebody. For 8.5 years, I ran a prison program where once a month I would go in and volunteer and work with inmates, teaching them communication skills, how to communicate with themselves, how to communicate with others. And so that's, find some place where you can add value in the world and go be a gift, go make a difference, help other people. That's a great tool for mental health.
And Paul, I think you and I are both wealthy right now.
Amen. Yeah. And we both love to give. And that's just who you are as a human being. You're someone who likes to contribute.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Paul, Paul, what is the go-to strategy for calming your mind instantly? You mentioned about going on a walk, getting in touch with nature. Is there any go-to strategy for people, let's say, in the cubicles that they can do instantly to calm their mind and stay centered so that their activity or reactivity is mindful and respectful and responsible?
Okay, I'm going to do something that's really crazy for, I wish people could see me, and I know that a lot of you are just going to be listening to me. And go to the men's room, the women's room, wherever it is, put your hands over your mouth and just yell, wave your body, move the energy. Like I can see just me doing it and you're laughing like crazy. And it's a little bit embarrassing and crazy. And if somebody's in the stall next to you, they'll think you're a nutcase, but be the nutcase, because what you're doing is you're moving energy. And when we feel stuck, emotionally stuck, what takes, move the energy, yell, stomp, move your body around, shake it, make your fists. You look at in the kingdom, in the wild kingdom, if an impala has been chased by a lion and it gets away, what it will do afterwards is lie down and shake the adrenaline out. It's moving the energy. And so that's a simple thing that somebody can do while they're still in a cubicle. If they can't go out, like I'll go for probably a mountain bike ride later today. If you can't do that, that's something you can do right there. And you can even do it sitting in your cubicle, but it's probably recommended you go find a little bit of privacy. Okay,
Paul, could you speak to our audience about anger, shouting, yelling, responsibility? So you worked at the prison.
Mm-hmm.
And from my view, people end up there, not everybody, because at the moment of the incident that they have committed or whatever hasn't been emotionally managed. So what do you say to anger, channeling anger mindfully, and shouting, yelling with your hands on your mouth and just releasing the energy in the toilet and about bathroom?
The toilet is fine. You can release the energy there too. So if you look at it, anger tends to be a secondary emotion. Underneath it is often fear or some other feeling that we don't feel comfortable feeling. So can we be with our anger, our hurt, our upset, our disappointment, our embarrassment, our shame? So one of the things I recommend is being with it and expressing it and having the tears. It feels less vulnerable, especially for men, to be angry than it does to be crying. And recently I went through some really challenging things in life. And what I did is I allowed myself to be held and cry versus getting angry. And boy, it was tempting to get angry, to yell and do that. And yelling in your hands is a safe way of doing it. The reason people are afraid of yelling is because normally after yelling comes somebody's going to get hit or hurt. Like growing up, that's what happened in my household. And I was likely one of the people to get hit or hurt. So yelling tends to scare me. And yet I also like to use it to release energy. So you got to find a way to do this safely.
I love this idea of releasing the energy safely. And you can do this in nature, right? In the mountains, no one's looking, just yell, yell, yell. And this was a practice that shaman taught me as well.